Okay, picture a busy hospital. You've got thousands of uniforms, scrubs, and linens constantly on the move. It's not just a logistical headache, it's also a huge hidden risk. But what if you could flip that script? What if you could turn that risk into a real asset? Well, today, we're going to look at how a smart cabinet from Revobricks is doing exactly that. So, let's get right to the heart of the problem here. This isn't just about keeping track of laundry. Not at all. It's a really serious issue of infection control, because every single one of those items, it carries a potential risk.
And just look at this. This image really gets to the core of it. The biggest threats in a hospital can be totally invisible. Contaminants can be carried right into the hospital or spread all around it, on the very uniforms that are supposed to be clean. So preventing that cross-contamination is, you can imagine, a massive priority. And it all starts with controlling the linens.
Which brings us to the million-dollar question for any hospital administrator. With thousands of scrubs, coats, and linens constantly moving through a huge facility, how do you possibly maintain control? It feels like an impossible task, right? So let's see how it's usually been handled.
Well, the problem is, the systems most hospitals are still using today just weren't built for this kind of granular control and tracking. In a modern hospital setting, they're fundamentally flawed. They're not up to the task anymore.
Let's break down the two most common methods. On one side, you have manual counting. It's slow, it is incredibly prone to human error, and you get absolutely zero traceability. On the other side, you've got barcode scanning. Now that's a step up, sure, but it's still slow because you have to scan every single item one by one, and those barcode labels, they get damaged really easily in industrial laundry. Both of these systems depend entirely on perfect human procedure, which, let's be honest, is impossible in a busy hospital.
And this table, wow, this really shows the night and day difference. Revobricks uses RFID, which makes capturing data completely automatic. The tags themselves are tough enough to survive industrial laundries. And check out the traceability. What's practically impossible with barcodes takes just minutes with RFID. It is a total game changer on every single level.
So, this brings us to the solution. A system that was designed from the ground up to solve these very specific problems. The Revobricks Smart Cabinet.
From the outside, yeah, it looks like a simple, secure cabinet, but on the inside, it's lined with RFID antennas that automatically detect every single tagged item that goes in or out. All that tracking work happens instantly and invisibly, every single time the door closes. Now you might be thinking, okay, an advanced system like this must be complicated for the staff to use. But here's the incredible part. The whole system is designed to fit seamlessly into their existing workflow without adding a single extra step.
For a nurse or a doctor, the process couldn't be simpler. First, they just tap their ID card or use their fingerprint. Second, the door unlocks. Third, they grab what they need or drop off used items. And fourth, they close the door. That's it. Seriously, the cabinet reads all the RFID tags instantly and logs the entire transaction automatically. No extra work for them.
And this is what it actually looks like in the real world. You can see the system is built for the hectic pace of a hospital. There's no manual data entry, no scanning, nothing new to learn. It's as simple as using a locker, but it's doing all this powerful tracking in the background.
And is it fast? You bet it is. A typical transaction, from swiping your badge to closing the door, takes just 5 seconds. That's a level of efficiency that manual or barcode systems can't even dream of touching.
And it's built to be tough and reliable. What happens if the network goes down? The cabinet just keeps working. It stores all the transactions locally and then syncs up later when the connection's back. What if the power fails? There's a mechanical key for emergency access. It even has alarms to remind staff if a door is left open. It is truly designed for uninterrupted operation.
Okay, so the automatic data capture is impressive, for sure. But that's really just the beginning. The real power of this system is what you can do with that data. It turns all that raw information into actual insights that management can use to make critical decisions.
And this right here is the command center, the Revobricks software dashboard. From here, administrators get a live, centralized bird's-eye view of every single tracked item across every cabinet in the entire facility.
And this is the kind of clarity you get. Instantly, a manager can see the exact status of their whole inventory, what's checked out, what's available on the shelf, and even what might have been lost. No more guesswork. And you can drill down with incredible detail. This chart, for example, shows the precise number of items available in each specific cabinet. This means no more shortages in one department and no more overstocking in another.
You can finally manage your inventory with real precision. And this is where that data becomes truly strategic. Think about it. If there's an infection incident, you have an instant record of who handled which items. That is huge for patient safety. You can pull data for a compliance audit in minutes, not days. You can even use special tags to make sure laundry procedures are being followed correctly. Suddenly, what was just a cost center becomes this powerful tool for reducing risk and improving outcomes.
And while the system is an absolute game changer for hospital linens, its capabilities go way, way beyond just that single use case.
With the right kind of RFID tags, this same core technology can track almost anything. We're talking metallic surgical tools, controlled documents and files, pharmaceutical items, other high-value assets, even general warehouse inventory. It's a super versatile platform for managing assets across a ton of different industries.
This quote from the source material really just nails it. It says, "Revobricks isn't just a piece of hardware. It's a complete system that elevates a simple, overlooked process, managing inventory, into a powerful strategic advantage for safety, compliance, and efficiency." I couldn't have said it better myself.
And that really brings us to the final question, one you should ask about your own operations. Right now, is your inventory just a cost center and a logistical liability, or have you turned it into a transparent, controllable, strategic asset? Something to think about.